right. Welcome to Tommy Knows Best Sports Podcast.
Fuck off!
Today I have a guest, and this guest is a Cowboys fan, and he was on my podcast last year, and I brought him back on again. And his name is Gene Clemens, and he's also a real estate agent. Clemens Real Estate. If you guys need a house, this is the guy. But anyways, we're gonna talk some football. We're going to talk about the Patriots.
We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're going to talk about them too.
We're going to talk about Mika Pass.
They suck. All right, but anyways, we're going to talk about the Patriots, Gene. What do you think about them so far this year?
Big disappointment so far overall. I mean, without Tom Brady and the cheating, there's not a whole lot going on there. Belichick's proved he's a 500 at best coach.
Yep, he did.
The receiving squad is just
It's
atrocious.
terrible. Yes, it's terrible. It's like a terrible product to watch on the field. Mac's not doing good in his second year.
Mac really never had a chance. I mean, he was throwing the better guys at Alabama than he ever has in the Patriots. And he also doesn't have the advantage of having the refs in his pockets.
I know. How come he doesn't have the refs in his pockets? He just brought up a very good interest in that.
Well, he's not Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady's got to win them down in Tampa. He's still finding a way to win. I think Tom Brady, I hate to admit this, him or Aaron Rodgers are capable of beating any team on any given night.
Yeah, like last night, the Bucs were down 16-3. We'll be talking about them in a little bit in this episode. But anyways, we're going to keep talking about the Patriots. They have a big game Monday night in Arizona. And then the following week, they play Vegas. And that was going to be an 8:20 game, but that got flexed to 4:05. And the Patriots, I don't see them making a big run. I don't see them doing good at all. This team is going to be an 8-9 team at best and miss the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. I don't trust in this team. I don't trust in Bill. I don't know how he brought these coaches in. And Matt Patricia ain't an offensive coordinator. He's a defensive coordinator. You know that. He coaches defense.
I think the biggest problem with the Patriots overall, to be honest, the other teams around them have gotten better. I mean, the Bills are clearly a good team.
Yes,
to beat
with
anyone.
Josh Allen.
I think Miami's a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Jets are doing okay, which is odd.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals just beating the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday? Joe Burrow owns Mahomes 3 times this year.
I seen actually Joe Burrow's play down when he was playing for LSU. I went down and seen him play down there. He's a great talent.
Yeah, great talent. Yes, right. I like Joe Burrow. He's nasty. Him and Jamar Chase, good combo. That Cincinnati team, nasty. They have a good team, Gene. Cincinnati. They could go to the Super Bowl. They could go on that big run and go back there. But that's what the Patriots play them in a couple of weeks on Christmas Eve, but I don't trust the Patriots beating them neither. Cincy's a good team.
I agree. They're a good team overall. I mean, I wouldn't trust the Patriots beating anyone without the tandem of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the referees. It's very hard to win.
Yeah, and that, like I said, they're going to finish 8-9, not going to make the playoffs. Their defense is a fraud defense. I don't like their defense neither. I don't like Steven Belichick, and I don't like how Bill's just doing stupid things with this team. He's setting it up to fail, leaving Mac high and dry. And maybe Bill O'Brien, there could be a Bill O'Brien call to come in here and coach the offense next year. I would love that. Bill O'Brien comes here because he knows the offense. He knows the play. And we're going to talk about another person. We're going to talk about this guy that I got on my sweatshirt and my hat, Tom Brady, TB12. I was aggravated last night with the game, and I was counting him out because they weren't playing really good in that game. They weren't. The Bucs seemed like they were going to give up. He was ready to give up in that game. And I don't know. His throwing this year is a little off a little bit. What do you think, Gene? Even though you hate him and you call him a cheater, let's talk about him, Gene.
Personally, I don't hate the guy. I actually admire him. But
admire him.
I do think he's a cheater. But you know what? One thing I will say is I would never count him out. I mean, he's done it in the Super Bowl. He's done it throughout his career. Does he get a little help from his friends in the zebra suits? Absolutely.
Hey, everyone does. Even your sucky Cowboys do.
No one like him. But, I mean, you don't count that guy out until the game's over. I mean, he's capable of coming back at any time.
You know, if the playoffs started today, your Cowboys will actually be playing the Bucs in Tampa Bay. Do you trust your Cowboys in Tampa Bay?
Well, I have a lot of trust in my country and our country's team.
They suck.
And I don't think it's a very good
on.
matchup with the Patriots' offensive line. And what are they going to do with DeMarcus Lawrence? Micah Parsons is arguably the greatest player in the league
I respect you. I like Micah Parsons.
Bro Diggs, I don't see what they're going to do. And I'm really getting tired of the comparisons of this Juden guy from the Pats. I mean, they're one decent player. He's having a decent year. Let's not get above ourselves. His defense sucks. He's no comparison to Parsons. It's a disgrace. They need to rebuild. Maybe the Pats just throw the rest of the season.
And how about the Bucs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? That's what we're talking about now with Brady.
I think they're in trouble. I said, they're capable of beating anyone on any given night, besides probably the Cowboys.
Hey, they suck. Your Cowboys suck.
They can beat anyone, but I don't think they can pull together for a few wins. I mean, can they beat anyone on any given night? Yes. Can they come back? Absolutely. But they don't have what it takes. I mean, Brady didn't bring his buddies with him. There's no Gronk. There's no Edelman. There's no referees. He's doing it alone. And no one's even more pathetic as his fans who feel bad for him.
That's me. I do feel bad for him.
Bad for the guy.
I do feel bad for the guy.
He's a multi-millionaire.
Hey,
any woman he wants. He's arguably, if you don't mind the asterisk for cheating, he's arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL history, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad for the guy. He got a pretty good life.
Okay. Well, but here's the thing. There could be a reunion, maybe, him coming back to the Patriots next year. That could happen because
I've heard
the Patriots right now have $53 million cap space to spend during the offseason. If Bill is smart, you bring the greatest quarterback of all time and get better talent there, and he'll come back for maybe a year or two and have Mac learn from him and trade Bailey Zappi. All this could happen during the offseason.
I gotta tell
all
you,
that could happen for the Patriots.
I think
I want Brady to come back here.
If Tom Brady came back,
but if he doesn't come back here, he can go to San Francisco.
No, but if he comes back, I think they're the favorite to go to the Super Bowl. Probably, I would imagine. I mean,
he's always in that Super Bowl. He finds his way in there. He finds his way in the dance,
and he'll bring his friends. There'll be some great talent. Who knows? They could end up with Jefferson and the Vikings. Who knows? They'll end up with someone great from the third who now he's older. I mean, if he comes back, who knows what they're capable of?
They could say they could do whatever they can do. Let's see. The Patriots have money to spend. They need to spend it wisely. $53 million. You can bring this guy back. He wants to come back, and he'll retire as a Patriot.
Oh,
Brady.
He'll definitely retire as a Patriot. I mean, look at the legacy they have. I mean, they have Hernandez, Deflategate, Spygate, and that's something he belongs part of. I mean, he has to retire a Patriot.
Really?
But, I mean, it's great to see America's team resurging this year. It's been a long time. I'm really hoping we play the Bills again in the Super Bowl. We all know how that works out.
You guys will choke somewhere in the in the playoffs somehow, some way.
This is the team we've all been waiting for.
They suck. Like I said, they suck.
We get Odell, it's over.
Odell's actually not playing. There's some breaking NFL news, actually. Odell is not going to make a return back in the NFL. His doctor said it's not. His knee's still a little messed up, so they're going to maybe next year, but – and then there was another thing about a breaking news today. Baker Mayfield went to the LA Rams.
I thought he was just cut.
He got cut from Carolina yesterday. He went to the LA Rams. The LA Rams got him. And another thing, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't need surgery on his foot. It's not broken. They could avoid it. He could avoid surgery, and he could be back like 7 to 8 weeks.
It's a very interesting year this year. I mean, a lot of parity. NFC East, obviously, clearly the best division in all of sports as usual.
I know the NFC's a little shit up and down.
AFC East, overall great division.
You know who I think is going to probably come alive out of that division is, I don't know. I could see Cincinnati. I can see Cincinnati coming out of there. I'm riding with Cincinnati. I'm riding them. And I want them to make it to to the Super Bowl again. And this time I want them to win it. And I want Brady and the Bucks to go there, but I don't think they'll go there because it's not a good season.
There's a stop that have to make first on the way to the Super Bowl. That'd be in Dallas.
All right, I'm going to touch on a couple more things in this podcast before I end it. I'm going to talk about the Bruins now. Gene, you're going to stay here and hang out with me.
Sure.
You watch it here. You pay attention to it. We're doing this live at Tony's Pub and Grill. Come on down here for some French onion soup, a nice cold beer, some good steak tips, a nice sirloin steak. Come down here. Have it all down here. But yes, we're going to talk about the Bruins. Last night, their old coach with his new team, Bruce Cassidy, and his Vegas Knights were here in town. And the Bruins lost last night, 4-3 in the shootout, and it ended their winning streak, and it ended their streak at home, but they still got a point in overtime.
Yeah, they have an amazing season overall.
They have been having an amazing season overall, and they're playing really good with this new head coach, Jim Montgomery, and I like it. I like how they're all playing good with them. But after this loss, you think that's good? Is that momentum for them still?
I don't think it really slows them down. I mean,
does it slow it down a little bit on them?
They continue to win. I mean, you're not going to go undefeated. They play a few nights a week.
Yeah, they got another. They're going to be on the West Coast, and they got the Colorado Avalanche. They got Colorado again. This time in Colorado, 9:00 tomorrow night. That's going to be a good game. Colorado might be out there for some revenge, and I don't want to count the Bruins out. I want the Bruins to do good. This team's playing really good. I want this team to go to a cup and win the cup. That's why you brought back Bergeron, and that's why you brought back Krejci to win a cup, right, Gene?
I agree. I mean, all Boston sports are doing well right now besides the Patriots.
Yes. We're going to touch on one more thing. We're going to touch on the Celtics, and they were on last night on a back-to-back, and they won last night on a back-to-back, and they beat the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
And that team's playing good. And after a overtime loss at home against the Miami Heat on Friday, and they actually broke their winning streak and streak at home too.
Yeah, I got to tell you something I seen though. I did see Steph Curry shoot these amazing shots. I think it's 4 or 5 of them in a row, almost full court shots, 4 or 5 in a row in practice. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, and Tatum's playing good. You like Tatum?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's shown himself that he's
MVP
caliber, top MVP. He's in the MVP voting.
He's definitely in the hunt.
He's top MVP. He's top NBA player. You could put him right there with number 2. You could put Luka and him, and then Giannis. That's how you rank it right now.
I would agree.
Tatum just needs to play really good. It seemed like in that loss against Miami, he kind of took his foot off the gas pedal and having an off night. And it's all right. Superstars are going to have an off night once in a blue moon. They are, but people were saying it was kind of making them nervous again, like they feeling like it was the NBA Finals over again, or the Eastern Conference Finals, because Jimmy Butler was having a night on Friday night.
Yeah, everyone can have a night off. He's playing spectacular this season. I mean, hopefully he keeps it up.
Yeah. And the Celtics are going to be getting Robert Williams back within the next couple of weeks. That's some good progress. We're going to need him, and he's really good. Once they get him back, this team could go on a deeper run too, just like the Bruins. They could go, even though they lost a game at home and the streak was over. These 2 teams can still prove they want to play for a championship, and they are. And the Bruins we trust, and the Celtics we trust. Let's go, Bees. Let's go, Celtics. Gene, I'm going to end this podcast with you. I want to say thank you for coming on here. And this podcast is going to be on Facebook also. Please share it. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tommy Knows Best Sports Podcast. And you can say your YouTube channel too.
Gene Clemens on YouTube. And let's go Cowboys. We'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they suck. Yeah.